Hey Deb, Matthew with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and I'm going to show you how I cut prescription sunglass lenses with the help of my GoPro camera, that is, for your brand new Ray-Ban 2132 size 52 color 875, which is the black and beige. Of course, you get the Ray-Ban case, the Ray-Ban cleaning cloth. This is how Ray-Ban sends it to me with, let me clean up my mess here, with a little plastic sleeve on the temple during shipping. I'm going to take that off. It's got the glass G15 lenses in there. The first thing I'm going to do is pop out the original lenses. There goes that one. There goes the second one. I'm going to put your Italian frame into my Italian Santinelli LE1000 patternless edger. It is going to come and trace the shape of your left lens, and then it will pop over and trace the shape of your right lens. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everybody loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. Alright, I'm going to pull up the shape of your frame, your right lens. I'm going to type in your pupillary distance of 58. Select what type of lens this is. And this is being cut for a Xyle frame, which is an old school name for plastic. So this is your right lens that it comes clear. I've already tinted it gray. I am going to spin the axis wheel on my Marco 101 lensometer, pulling the power of Plano in your right eye with -1 astigmatism. Line it up to where I get your optical center into focus. Check for your astigmatism correction. Everything looks good there. I'm going to put some dots on there, and since you can't see that and I can barely see it, I'm going to darken that so I know what I'm working with. And I'm going to mark this right. Your left lens -50, -1 at 80. I'm going to spin the axis wheel to 80. The power drum to -50. Line everything up. Find your optical center. Check your astigmatism correction. Everything is perfect. I'm going to put some dots on this lens. I'm just going to use my marker and make them a little bit darker so I see what I'm doing. I'm going to make this left. So this block is what's going to hold it in place while it's cutting, but I need to put a little double-sided adhesive sticker on there. This is from 3M. The black side is the sticky side. It will be sticky as soon as I take off the double-sided tape. Here comes this side, and I'm going to put this onto your right lens. I'm going to line up your optical center and those 3 dots into the crosshairs of my scope. Do the same thing for the left side. And then we'll start cutting. So I'm going to take your right lens, put it in the chuck of my edger, and hit start. I do apologize, I'm a little under the weather after 2 ice storms in 1 week. I will be sipping on some hot chocolate while I cut lenses. So the LMU is coming down. It's actually tracing the shape of your right lens onto the lens itself to make sure it's large enough to cut out. Then it's going to move over and trace the same shape. It was doing the concave side of your lens, now it's doing the convex side. The actual cutting wheel is down here at the bottom. There's the lighter color wheel on the left. It's like a heavy grit sandpaper. This is going to grind away most of the material. This wheel in the center with that little channel is going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of your frame. I will have to close the door, but I want you to see your lens touch the cutting wheel. It's rare for me to be at a loss of words, but it does hurt a little bit to talk, so. This is the outer temporal side of your lens. This will be where your nose is at in just a moment. It is now 8:21 on Wednesday, March 19th, 49 degrees in the hometown of Durham, North Carolina, at least according to my Samsung Gear watch. Of course, here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, you buy the frame and get free single vision lenses. 99% of the time they're free, that is. If you have a rather strong prescription that goes outside my range, all you pay is my cost on the lenses. I still make nothing off them. In fact, it's better for me, because at least you pay my cost. These, I have to pay for. So now it's actually getting the bevel being put onto the edge of the lens. It is no longer completely flat all the way around. And out it comes. Take it out of the chuck. I'm going to dry everything off so it's not slippery when I try and handle it. Now you still have a little bit of rough edges going around the edge of your lens, so I'm going to use my hand stone, which is completely flat. It just works on friction. I can put my hand on it while it's turning, although my finger's getting warm. But I'm going to go around the outside of your lens. I'm going to dry everything off here. Then I'm going to try and mount it into your frame. Color 875, the black and beige. Now, I start by tucking it in at the outside corner. Then using my thumbnails, push in the lens. It's still got a little bit of give, so I'm going to take it down just a little bit more. I always like to try and cut a little bit large, and if need be, I can always take it down. I can never make the lens larger, so that's why I take a little bit off as I need it. And once I get the size of the right lens just perfect, I'm going to flip it over and cut the left lens. Take it back out again, dry everything off, the safety bevel one more time, dry everything again. Now let's try mounting it into the frame one more time. Again, I start at the outside corner closest to me, and then using my thumbs, push down and it snaps right in perfectly. So now we can go and start cutting the left lens. Flip that over and hit start. Same procedure as before. The LMU is gonna come down and trace the shape of your frame onto the lens to make sure it's large enough to cut out. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this block off. Check the timer. We're good. So your right eye is plano -1 at 95. I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 95. Put it in over the red dot in the center, which is your optical center. Line everything up. We're getting plano -1. Now your prescription, and I have the sticker covering your last name to protect your privacy. Your right eye reads plano, which is PL, -1 at 95. Your left eye is minus 50, minus 1 at 80. You do have a bifocal, but you did not want that in your sunglasses. You just want to do distance. So your right eye being plano minus 1 at 95. This first box, you actually need no size correction in your right eye. You do need 2 steps in your left. Without your glasses on in your left eye, objects and images are actually slightly larger than they really appear in life. So your lens will actually minify when they put them on. It brings everything down to the correct size. The second box, minus 1 and minus 1, this is your astigmatism correction. There is a stigma over the word astigmatism. It just means shape. It's like someone has straight hair, someone has curly hair. This first number's minify to the correct size. There's 2 components to your prescription. First, the images get to the correct size, and then the astigmatism makes things fuzzy. So this will take away the fuzzy edges. So the numbers 6s and 8 do not look alike. The letters P and F do not look alike. The last numbers, which are just arbitrary, these are real powers. The 95 and 80. On a scale from 0 to 180, this just tells us where to fine tune at. If this were 0 and 180 being here, 90 and 270 at the bottom, then at 95 we would turn that clarity knob to about 95, with 90 being here, to clear everything up. Your left eye is at 80, so we would turn it slightly different. But that's how we get everything nice and crisp. Don't worry, I will be wiping your glasses down with optical grade alcohol. I have to do it to get the red dots off anyway. This is a brand new frame, as you requested. Take it out of the chuck, dry the lens off. Back to the handstone to put the safety bevel on. Wipe off all that optical sawdust, and let's try and get your left lens mounted. I tuck it in at the outside corner with my thumbs pressed down at the edges, and it's actually still a little bit big. This late in the day, I should have recalibrated the machine. I'm going to take it down just a little bit more, 1/10 of a millimeter. We're still good on time. Yes, we are. So instead of going to the cutting wheel, this is actually just going to go back down onto the bevel stone. What time is it now? 8:29. If anyone has any questions about what prescriptions I can do in what frames, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Or just click on the button here at the website. I forgot about that. To me, it comes in my Gmail account. I forget that you don't have to do that. Just click on the Contact Me button, and you'll be contacting me. Okay, just like before, dry everything off. Let's go to the handstone. Put the safety bevel onto the lens. Dry away any of the dust. Now let's pop the lens in. Start at the outside corner, then again with my thumbs pressed down at the nose. There we go. That snaps in perfectly. I'm going to take this block off, and let's see, your right eye, left eye, minus 50, minus 1 at 80. I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 80. Put it in over your optical center. I'm reading minus 50, minus 1 at 80. I don't know if you can see those red dots through here, but I'll line that up. Hopefully you can see that it's at 58. Hopefully my GoPro camera is good enough. It's 2 ticks before the 60. Now I'm going to wipe everything off with my optical grade alcohol. Not only does it clean all the red dots off, it makes everything nice and hypoallergenic. So, that is it, Deb. I really appreciate you giving me the chance to pursue my American dream. You could have bought the frame from anyone, but you bought it from the person who gives you free prescription lenses. Well played, might I add. I hope it's been entertaining for you to watch your glasses being made and that you can see how I bring that loving feeling back to glasses. Thank you.